Good gun, good glass. Excuse me. Good gun, great glass. You got to have great glass. If your gun is absolutely zeroed, it's a tack driver, which we have proved you can do. Go watch that short. But this isn't repeatable. Your gun's not going to be either. It might get you there one time, but if so, you know what I do to find out if it's repeatable or not. I'll just sit here at 100 yards, look at that paper down there. It's 1-inch grids, and I'll just turn this until I get to whatever clicks. I can't remember how many you can actually go up, but maybe it's 5, and I'll look and see if it's 5 inches high, and then go back to 0, and then go to 4, and then back to 0, and then go to 6, whatever. Your scope needs to be absolutely awesome. Does it have to be a Swarovski? No. I mean, that's what I kind of am used to is Swarovski, Night Force, and Zeiss. I really know and trust, and I know their product line well. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Another thing, you need to have a great set of binoculars. Do they have to be those Swarovski EL 1042s? No. But you need to have a good set that you can see from legal to legal every single time you hunt. It's not always convenient or safe to actually point your rifle at something and use the side focus on the reticle on the scope to try to get the reticle blurred so you can look through brush or whatever. It's a lot safer. It's usually a lot easier. Keep the binoculars up tight. Just lift them like that. Mess with your focus, and then you can look through brush and you can look in front of it, or you can, if it's not necessarily safe to point your gun in some direction or something you need to look at, what's going to happen if you point your binoculars at it? Nothing. You need to have a rangefinder. If you're shooting, I don't know, 50, 75 yards farther than your rifle was zeroed for, you need a rangefinder. There are really bad ones out there. That one is a Leica, I almost said ProMaster, Rangemaster 1600. That thing is perfect. Other than, I do wish it was a dot in there instead of a little box. Maybe there's a reason for that, but it works phenomenally well. There are other options. I think Leupold makes a good one. I chose a Leica. Now, for the rangefinder and your scope turret to even matter, you need one of these. You need a chronograph. Also doesn't have to be a Garmin. What are these called? Xenos or Zeros? Zeros, I think. Instead of spelled with an X. But you go buy a box of ammo. On the box, it's going to tell you muzzle velocity, and then it's going to tell you probably like an absolute drop in inches, and then it's going to have where it's zeroed at. And most of the time, it's 200 yards. There may be some that are less, but a lot of times it's 200. So go to their website, pull up the same exact box of ammo that you just bought, and read what the test barrel and conditions were. So I think you'll find on a lot of them, I don't say any brands because probably most of them do it, they'll take something like a 308 where most of them are 20 to 22 inch barrels, sometimes a 24. We go look at that 308, and the test barrel was a 26-inch barrel and at 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, that's awesome, except that's probably not what you're hunting with. So now your muzzle velocity, energy, and absolute drop is not correct. And you don't know what kind of powder is in there, so you don't know how temperature stable that is. We found some that are much more stable than others, and some that are, you need to go chrono in the cold and the hot. So a lot of people set up their rifles kind of late summer, very early fall. And here in North Carolina, you still be 70, 80 degrees that time of year. You really never know. And then they go hunting and it's 20 degrees and they don't understand how they missed or how they hit there instead of where they were aiming or whatever. And a lot of times that actually comes down to not having one of those. I couldn't tell you how many times somebody said, "Oh yeah, it was about 400 yards. I was aiming at the top of the back," and I look up where they're hunting at, and I'm like, "There's no 400 yard shots here." But anyway, maybe that's like a little stretching it story, or maybe it really happened. But I know for a fact it wasn't 400 yards. So that's why the rangefinder is important. The Garmin's important because it'll give you your actual speed out of your rifle, shooting that ammunition that you want to shoot. It's best to get probably 3 pairs of speed data from the Garmin on your rifle in 3 different temperatures. That's what I'm talking about. So 3 speeds at 3 temperature, use the average at 3 temperatures. So like you may have, go shoot in summertime where it's 90 degrees, shoot in spring at 75, and then go shoot it before you go hunting in the 30s or 40s or whatever. Use a good calculator app. We use Cherry Gun Elite. It is absolutely awesome. I play a little game with it sometimes where I'll come out here and just shoot, and I'll see what it says it should shoot for the weather to that day and shoot. And it has never been more than 1.5 feet off of what the Garmin said. So I'll shoot 3 to 5 or so, and then take the average of the Garmin and what that said it should have been, and it's within 1.5 feet per second. It is an absolutely incredible app. That's a full endorsement. Also, a lot of people forget one of these. If you hunt with a 6.5 Creedmoor, you definitely need one. A Glock 20 10mm to dispatch any wounded animals. Nah, I'm just kidding. But there's a lot of people on the internet that would absolutely make you believe that you need that and some extra batteries in your bag to go with your flashlight. I hate rechargeable flashlights. I have a ton of those in my bag anyway. Streamlight, Surefire, in my opinion, really the only ones worth buying. This is a Streamlight TLR1 HL on this clock. Usually I run a Surefire X300, but when I got this chest rig, the lead time was a lot shorter for a TLR1, so that's what I did. I'm impatient sometimes. That's why I don't have any custom rifles. But anyway, those are the things that I really do think are important. And you pick whatever you want, but I think these are absolutely essential.